Thank you guys for watching the Animal One Guy YouTube videos. If you like this video, please leave a like and even comment below. And if you like all my content, please hit the subscribe button. And why not click the bell icon for notifications too? That way you can see all my videos. Give me the ball. It's been a while since we've done a Cooking with Animal One Guy video, but no, we're gonna do Simba's update video. This is gonna be a little bit of a larger video, day 7 here, what's going on, because we're gonna actually go over his feeding, how I prepare it, what we have to do, and what I'm putting into it. So we have a couple things laid out here. We have the actual cup that I'm gonna mix the solution in, and we've got some hot water to the left, and he is going to get the Carnival Care Critical Care. Now, anyone who's used Critical Care before, comes in this bag here. Everyone's familiar with this bag. This bag sucks. I think everyone who's used it, if you've got any type of decent sized hands, trying to get in there and use this scooper to get in there is just a pain in the butt. So let's talk about what we're going to be putting into this and mixing in, because we have a good amount of things going in here, more so than just the Critical Care because of what's been going on. So I'm going to mix with this spoon, but I find a teaspoon with a little tip like this really good to get things. So here's our mixing solution. So the first one is I've got Reptile probiotics here. This is really good probiotic for reptiles. And the reason why I'm giving this to Simba, as you know, to get ready for surgery. They had him on antibiotics. There we go. And because he was on antibiotics, it gets rid of good and bad. So we need to, supplement that back up. He was without eating for a while. Now, he was getting the calcium supplements, but I'm going to give him some calcium with D3 in there. Cannot hurt. He is basking again, but, he had gone so long without it. The other thing that's really important I like to use is this electrolyte powder. It's from beardeddragon.com. Now, here's the cool thing is it is sugar-free. This is raspberry flavored, just to help him absorb everything and maybe make everything taste a little bit better. So there we go. Some of that goes in there. Now, we still haven't gotten to how you normally do Critical Care. We're still working. Now, Simba's meloxicam is here. This is, it's basically a stronger ibuprofen, anti-pain, anti-inflammatory. He gets half a milliliter, so 0.5 right here. Boom. That goes in there. Very nice. We can put that up. Now, this is all the stuff I'm adding. So far, we've gone there. Now, the normal Critical Care, and also I like in a Ziploc bag like this because you can really mush it up. Because if you guys know, sometimes Critical Care gets really chunky, and they tell you not to pack this. So the ratio is 1 to 2. 1 scoop of powder to 2 scoops of water. So right now, we're getting Simba up there, so I like to do 1.5. They do say smooth it out, but don't pack it in. So here's 1. It's not an exact science, guys. What they're telling you when they're measuring it like that is they're telling you this amount guarantees this many nutrients. So it's not he needs this amount or he's going to die. All right, and once you open the Critical Care, you have to refrigerate the contents, which is really important. So he got 1.5 scoops, which for every 1 scoop, it's 2. So he's going to receive his first 2 scoops of water in here. That is going to cover the first, and then we're going to give a 3rd scoop of water. That's going to cover the half scoop of powder. And then we're going to mix, and this is where it comes up to you as well, the consistency you're looking for. With Simba, I try to go a little bit more powder free, so a little bit more liquidy, only because this surgery was on his intestines, and you don't want his intestines to perf or he dies. But if this was another reptile that maybe didn't have intestinal surgery and you were just feeding to get calories back in them, you could go a little bit thicker. The consistency is not a huge deal. Also, though, if your reptile needs hydration, you can make it a little bit more watery. So adding water is not going to like somehow remove, see that clump here? We want to make sure we get rid of those. It's not going to remove calories from this. It's just going to make it more watery, which, you know, it's going to be good because I want this to pass through his intestines watery. I don't want him forming these big, huge, you know, turds, for lack of a better word, yet. In about a week, we'll thicken this up. Very nice. So I'm just going to keep mixing, and then we're going to cut back. Here's a tip. If you're mixing this and it takes a while, if you need to add more water, you can use a 1 milliliter syringe. But I like to sometimes put this inside of here. It's like a double boiler, right? So that way it keeps everything nice and warm, and you can mix this up. And I don't like using cold water because, you know, that can shock the system. And so it just keeps it nice and warm. Now, how do you want to feed this to him? That's a great question before we go over there. This is a 12 ml syringe. This would be great. But look how fat it is and look how short this is. When some of the ones that come with this, you know, you can get these that have this long neck on it. So when you really got to pry that in there, look at the difference of getting this in there to feed. But this, you can do one quick and be done. It's up to you, whatever works better for your lizard. It's, you know, whatever works better. We're going this route. So I'm going to draw. And this is how I like to draw. I like to draw and then draw just a little bit of air. That way the solution isn't right at the tip and it doesn't go everywhere. And we're going to draw again. And then we're going to go over there and I'm going to show you me feeding him. He doesn't like it. Spoiler alert. All right, let's go over there. And guys, bear with me. I don't know how much of this we're going to get on camera, but he's already alert. He already knows what's coming, and he doesn't really like this, although he is hungry. So we have some benefits to this, but some not benefits. And I think he likes the solution, to be honest with you. He doesn't like the process of getting the solution. So I do believe if I sat here and just kept dripping it like this, he would eat it all, like you would see. But we'll be here for the next 5 hours trying to drip this amount of solution into him. So that's realistically not going to work. But as he's been actually getting food and more hydration into him recently, you can see he's getting better now. He's underweight. Yes, we're not out of the danger zone just yet, but we're doing really good. So I like to come in and kind of go in the cheek and fire. But, you know, just because I know where his glottis is at, if he doesn't let me go in through the front. Everyone, different lizards, different size syringes, different amounts need to be fed. You know, your mileage may vary. All right. This is what everyone's been waiting for. I know, Simba, this is your least favorite part of the day. And there's nothing I can do about it. We just want to get ready. And I'm going to kind of brace his head and go and go. All right, brace his head, get inside, and fire it. There we go. Done. Done and done. Done and done. Now, if only I only had to give one. So, you know how easy that would be? But we're not done. What's important? Going in on the side and making sure where the tip of the syringe is past his windpipe on the bottom middle of his mouth. Okay, come here. Come here. I know. I know, but you need these. I know. Sucks. I actually don't like doing this, but I know you need it. Whoop. There we go. There's 6. Halfway there, Simba. Wait. Make sure they swallow it. You don't want them to throw up. You got some on your snoot right there. I hope it doesn't taste that bad. Now, I strongly believe Simba would eat whole food right now. Dubia roaches, he's hungry. But again, we have to let those intestines heal. But we have to give him calories so he has energy to heal the intestines. It's like a vicious cycle, right? Oop, there we go. Try to get as much air out of these syringes as possible. So you only have that little pocket at the tip to avoid dripping. 2 more, buddy. Just 2 more. I think it tastes okay. I actually tasted a little bit of this, Simba, and it didn't taste horrible, to be honest with you. It didn't taste great. It did taste a little raspberry, buddy. Yeah. Did taste a little raspberry-ish. Here, of course. We're almost done. We're almost done. I know. Here we go. There it is. Let him swallow that. Still in his throat. Wait for the swallow. There's the swallow. Now, up, and position. This is what the other one. There it is. Now he's all done. He's all done. All done. Sometimes what I will do is I will draw a little bit of just normal water into a 1 milliliter syringe and just drip like this to help rinse anything out of his mouth. Kind of go till he's done. Yeah. There we go. That's the routine, guys, but hopefully you can see how much better Simba's looking and the crazy routine I have to go through. Open up so I can fire this in there to get this guy healed. If you guys have fed critical care or any type of powdered food before, leave me a comment and tell me how you guys do it on a big lizard like this. I can tell you, on a bearded dragon, on a leopard gecko, you guys have seen me do it to bearded dragons. You've seen me do it to leopard geckos. Man, it's so easy. On a big, strong lizard, the only thankful part of this whole thing is that Simba's only at like 30% strength. And because of that, it's a little easier. If he was at full power, I can't even begin to think how hard it would be. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for your support, all the comments you leave, everyone who's donated to the GoFundMe. I can't say thank you enough. Take care, everybody. Thank you guys for supporting my reptile rescue family.